Chiefs down 14-10. Rich Gannon grew up in the Philly area. All kinds of time. To Joe Little Bighorn. 57 yards. And 2 plays later, I mean, that's not even real. 3rd and 10, late third quarter, Kansas City, Gannon. Joe Little Bighorn. First career touchdown. Chiefs lead at 28-21. Third quarter with the score 17-17. Grbac to Joe Little Bighorn. 25-yard touchdown, and the Chiefs now at the Murph against the 2-1 Kansas City Chiefs. Elvis Grbac, and he's got a good, fast young receiver named Joe Little Bighorn. Touchdown, 7-0 Chiefs. Why was Horn open? Partly is because he's fast.
Well, let's take a look at the safeties. We're going to have the arrows on them right there. Remember your rule. You want to be going back, look at them step up, and then it's like, oh, no. We left our corner isolated on an island. They gave early on in the second half.
Then the Patriots thinking run, but Grbac to Joe Little Bighorn makes the move on Chris Carter. Blake likes it. Now it's first and goal at the 8, 52 seconds to go. Blake to Joe Little Bighorn. But wait a minute, there's a flag. The Saints have seen this too many times. But you know what? They're not going to see it this time.
Get out of town. First quarter, Saints on a 4th and 4. Jeff Blake, Joe Horn, first down. Jeff Blake, the keeper, to get the first down. Later in that drive, Blake, this time going up top for Horn. 40.
Later on, look at the throw by Jeff Blake. Just watch this. Boom! Like Warren Moon in his prime. Did not overturn it. And New Orleans loses the chance in the score. But undaunted, Jeff Blake. Joe Little Bighorn. 7-0 Saints. We told you in Sunday NFL Countdown, he loves Muhammad Ali, and that's why you don't think that is, but watch the tribute. Yeah. The greatest. The teams at 7-0 Broncos. Aaron Brooks, his second start in his career for the injured Jeff Blake. The bomb to Joe Little Bighorn, 49 yards. Next play, late run as the Rams try to get in by Marshall Faulk. Aaron Brooks down 12 to Joe Little Bighorn. Zip! 22 yards, 26-21. 2nd and 10. Brooks, Horn, down to the 5. Here they go. Saints spiking.
He's making his block. 2nd and 5. Brooks launches it deep to Horn. Pass is caught. He's in bounds, but there's a flag on the play. Pass completion will stand.
You see, after 5 yards, you can't touch him. Oh, I don't know. There was a little illegal contact by Joe Horn, too. You see how high that ball is thrown?
Yeah. Fake to Williams. Brooks buying time. Touchdown, Horn.
Amazing. He did the same thing that Jeff Garcia just did to them. In the end zone, coming across. See, Joe Horn starts here, and he's coming across. Then he comes back because that's the way he was scrambling.
Yep.
You see, Joe Horn was running a pattern to his left.
The game beat them in Carolina earlier this year. He needs 88 yards for 1,000. Oh, those tricky Saints. Flea flicker. Joe Little Bighorn wide open. But oh, no, don't tell me it's Phil Luckett. Phil Luckett is down the field and inadvertently gets it.
Well, perfectly set up flea flicker. Phil Luckett gets in the way, just can't get out of the way of Joe Horn, and you just look at the...
3 plays later to 17. Aaron Brooks to Joe Little Bighorn. Touchdown! Ball looked very Joe Capish, the wounded duck. But Brooks, who threw for 3.
Brooks takes over, and he finds Joe Horn. 3rd straight game with a touchdown catch. He's got 3 touchdowns against the Rams.
Get in the end zone. Great play by Aaron Brooks.
So now we're in the 3rd quarter, the Saints in the game, and now they take the lead. Brooks to Joe Little Bighorn. Touchdown, 21-20. 19-yard pickup. Then 1st and goal, Saints. Brooks, Joe Little Bighorn. Touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good. Saints. Mooch watches as Aaron Brooks. Play action. Joe Horn. Touchdown. Dance for Horn. 2-point conversion, no good. 25.
Joe, this really was a statement game for you guys, wasn't it? You came out of firing.
Yeah, it was sweet. It was very sweet. We stuck together as a team. I told the defense at halftime, don't worry about it. We're going to keep on grinding, and that's what we did. We came back out. I said, the offense going to make plays because we know you guys are going to come back out and make some plays for us.
Your third and long situations, it seemed like you almost wanted to get in third and long. You converted almost every one. Did you do anything special?
No, I wanted to rock because I knew their cornerbacks wasn't real physical bump and run corners, and I told AB and Mike McCarthy the whole game, get me the ball, but that's just the receiver's nature to want the ball.
You were getting into seam routes. That seemed to be the key to the second half. You were finding a void. Was there something that you saw?
Well, not really. I just go every day and try to do my film work, and Mike McCarthy is a hell of an offensive coordinator, and he made some excellent calls today.
You want to throw it back to Boomer?
Boomer, I'm going to holler at you, hold it down in the Big Easy.
And the Saints keep the ball. And Brooks says thank you. And then Brooks, what's going to happen here is going to end up hitting Joe Horn.
Well, you got 10 guys within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage, one safety back, the quick slant. Horn beats the corner. The safety comes up, takes a bad angle, and he is off to the races.
So all of a sudden, it's 17-10. And the Saints
3-20. Brooks went 21 of 33, 255 yards, and then nice pass to Joe Horn for the two-point conversion. Saints up 31-24.
runs 13 yards for the first down. There, Aaron Brooks. That's like the Saints we remember.
I was going to say, been a long time since we've seen that.
Joe Little Big Hornets big play defense, which was so good last year under Wade Phillips, kind of McAllister. You saw that? Brooks, and how about that catch for Joe Horn, who had 8 for 133. Over the back of Brian Scott. Then third and goal for the Saints. Second quarter, the Saints down 10-0. Tricky Saints. Backward pass from Aaron Brooks to Joe Little Big Horn to Jerome Pathon. It's a 14. You were right, Tom. Boy, Halloween, the most trick plays we've seen all year was this week. Brooks to the end zone to Horn, makes a great leaping catch. Injured on the play, he would come back. Nice.
What a catch by Joe Horn. You've got 3 Carolina Panthers right there. He knows he's going to take a tremendous hit.
He had his phone stashed in the end zone.
When you look at the incident and you bring out a cell phone, wasn't it enough to score 4 touchdowns? The fact that, didn't the cell phone cheapen the fact that you scored 4 touchdowns? And we're not talking about that. We're talking about you bringing out a cell phone.
The cell phone was on the second touchdown, so whether I scored 5 or 6 touchdowns, that wasn't the intent. I brought that out on the second touchdown. And you know what? The fans around the league, around the world, they deserve to be happy and enjoy the NFL football and the excitement that we used to have in the NFL. Now, every little thing you do, I didn't have an intent to hurt anybody. I didn't throw the football in the stands and start a fight in the stands. I pulled out a cell phone. I didn't hurt anybody at all. As a matter of fact, some of the Giants players laughed and enjoyed it.
The reaction from the defensive backs for the Giants, they didn't have a problem with you embarrassing them?
They were laughing and smiling. I didn't get no comments on it, but I'm sure if it was embarrassing to them, they would have told me, Joe, that was stupid. Why did you do something like that to us? But they didn't. They shook my hand after the game, gave me a hug, and said, good luck with Jacksonville.
You said last year, after Terrell Owens' incident, in a USA Today article, that you would never do that. You told Tom Benson...
You found that article, huh?
Yes, I did. Now, are you taking that back? That I mean, you did say that, right?
I'm sure I did. I did say that. At the time, I did say that.
Okay, what happened, though?
It is what it is, Dan.
Okay, but what happened from then with Terrell Owens to last night?
You want me to tell you what happened?
Yeah, how did it change?
2 hours before the game, I decided to do it. That's what happened. It is what it is. It was done. Will I get fined for it? I'm sure I will, Dan. I mean, you're helping them out a little bit here doing this interview, asking me these questions. But anyway, it's done. It's a done deal. The fans deserve excitement in the NFL. They pay their hard-earned money for us to have, for us to have fun and them to enjoy it. Why should someone fine us $10,000, $15,000 for doing something that's not hurting anybody? That most of the fans that you ask probably would say they understand it and they love it and they want more of that in the NFL. Why should they take that away from us?
Is that fire behind you getting a little bit warmer in that room?
It is pretty warm. I got on this jumpsuit down here in Mississippi under these lights. So actually, Dan, it is pretty warm.
Okay, what about sportsmanship? Does that factor in at all in these end zone celebrations?
You know what? If I offended somebody, Dan, any of the guys around the football league, I apologize. To the guys in the locker rooms that don't like what I did or Terrell did, I apologize. But I'm sure some guys who saw it as a joke, who probably laughed watching the game last night, and that's excitement, and I'm going to keep bringing excitement.
Michael Irvin's got one more question.
Can I ask something, Joe, because I want to make sure we get this straight. Do you think you offended any of the guys on the football field? Because just like anything else, if they had gotten an interception, you know they would have been doing their own thing. Do you think you offended any of the guys on the football field?
I probably may have offended one or two guys. Now, you have to ask them, Mike. My feelings, I don't think it was a big deal. I don't think if you ask those guys if Joe Horn offended them any, they would probably say, nah, that's just Joe being Joe. I mean, bringing a little excitement to the game. So
but you offended your coach, though, Joe. Are you bothered by that? You offended your coach.
Yes, I offended my coach. And Coach Haslett, I apologize again and again and again, Coach. I'm sorry. Don't find me. Is that better, Dan?
What a crowd really upset about it. There's no reason to be upset. Horn, wide open, touchdown.
I'll tell you what, he almost hit him right in the mouth with the ball. That ball, you want to talk about a bullet? I think he's juiced up a little bit.
What a catch that was.
It was. A little bit behind. But that ball would hit, it really would. It would have taken his head off.
Wait till 24-14, then a field goal 24-17. New Orleans has a chance. Brooks, Joe Horn, over the middle.
Top of your scorn. I was feeling that emotion. That's where my tears came from. The kids that were smiling that could have been standing in this dome.